Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Motorsport Manager, Ernie's Paradise, Part 6. Rio de Janeiro, or as we might also call it, the beginning of the rear wing swing. We've got, yes, the engine and the rear wing, and our engine might suck, but our rear wings should be improving. That should count for something, we hope. Okay, let's take a look here. Interview question. None of those are really true, but I'm going to go with the first one because we weren't concerned about our speed. Okay. Now we've got a fairly short turnaround here of a week and a half. And we're still working on that first engine that we're actually going to want to use. But we do want to use... We did fit the rear wing parts on last time. We're going to want to do those for performance. And frankly, I think that's it. Reliability wise, there's nothing that's even worth us working on at the moment. Yeah, so we're just going to go with that and throw everybody in here. And we're only going to get a fraction of the boost here, but we got to get 100 points out of each of these that we can improve. So we're just going to try to get those up as high as we can. I don't see anything else that we can usefully do. And yes, now we're starting to get updates on our championship, and everybody is happy that we're in first. Zoe Sharp loving the test track. Michelle Mahoney says it's time for Rio. 37 laps, almost 4 miles. I doubt it'll last 2 minutes, but it does look like it's going to be a longer track. Some rain. Rear wings are the key component here over the engine, and we can see our engine slipping even further. It's still an 8th. And we're 8th on the rear wings, even though we're working them. Let me make sure I have those on. I'm pretty sure I do. Yeah, I got them on there, and they're up to 906. They're a few points up. Still working on them. So we'll be curious to see how high we can get those. Not much higher before the race, though. We've only got 3 days. And 11 days until our next engine. Oh, blah, 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 blah. We actually have more money now than we did before. Yeah. We're going to be fine. Okay, and let's see if we moved up at all. See, we might have moved up slightly above. We're still in 8th. So, I mean, our engine way down here. Overall, our car still 4th. Still the best gearbox. Down to 5th in brakes. 2nd in that and 4th. So we're gradually slipping down slowly here, but boosting up the rear wings. And we should be up a little bit higher than this, I would think, by the end of this swing of races, but let's see how that goes. Take a look at our sponsors. Yeah, we've got a couple of them going after the next race, and then one there. So we'll potentially get some more money in then. We did have a hit to marketability a while back, but then we have been doing well enough to sort of recover that. Ultras, Supers, and Softs for this. And pretty obvious that we're going to want to go on Softs given how cool or warm it's going to be. I mean, soft tires are not nearly good enough to put up with that. So 7th and 9th, our worst prediction yet. And yet we have a healthy lead in the championship. Let's do some weight stripping, shall we? And we've got limited red zone on both of the parts, which is nice. So look at, now we are actually going to hit 420. So that is the most weight stripping ever. Oh, look, we slipped to 17th. Even more special. Let's see how much I don't care. Gotta love some of the comments here, especially, you need a better driver than Surikov unless you want to come last all season. Have you noticed that he's 4th in the standings? Seriously? Gutted by our showing, getting worried for the race weekend now. That's understandable. Just hold on. I don't think we're going to be that bad. And we are going to start off with rain. So let's take a look at our weather. Boy. I don't think that's wet enough to go with inters. It's arguable, but I mean, you just got that little bump there for about, what is that? 5, 6 laps at most. 6 laps at most. That's going to be enough, and that's not enough to have them. Okay, so how do we best get through 37 laps? Then is the next question. We're going to start from the back. And I don't see us making it on one set of tires. We could try. We could go all conserve. You know, not even hit it hard at the beginning. Go conservative. Try to do it. Now, if we get, if we get any sprinklers, then that's not going to work. But we could try to just start at medium. And then go conserve when we need to. Not even stop for fuel. That's tempting. Fuel options. Could only knock off 11 to 26 laps. Let's see where Surikov looks on the tires. Yeah, see, that's cutting it too close, I think. I think Sharp can probably just make it, and he probably can't. Okay. So let's give Surikov the Ultras bonus. I'm going to split it up. I don't normally do this. I'm going to split up the tire strategy. I'm not going to go all out on the tires with Sharp at first. It's going to be weird to see how that works out for her. She's going to go with softs and race trim. Surikov is going to go with that 10% on Ultras and race trim. Because if we are going to stop, we got to get, you know, the most performance out of the tires that we can. And starting with ultras from the back is really risky and strange. So I don't know if this is the right call, but... Oh, look at those cars at the front using inters. Is everybody going to go on inters? Except for us? No. Just the ones at the front. Well, all the way back to the halfway point. They're going on inters. Okay. And we've got ultras and softs, and Chapman's going on ultras from the back, so it shows what I know. Super softs, used softs. Yeah. Okay, so Sharp is going to sort of sit at the back and chill, potentially. Which could be a problem as you want to get through traffic. But then Surkov is going to have to back off on these tires early. But appears to be off to a good start. Yeah, you could say that. Blazing up to 10th. Question is, how long does it hold? Now Sharp hanging out in last. Not a shocker. We're still going to see that tire temperature rise, just not as quickly. But Surkov up to 9th. We've got all these other cars up here on inters. That's not going to serve them well. So definitely an AI snafu, I believe, is going to help us. Surkov past Woodford. And I'm going to duck down to neutral now, because otherwise I'm going to have to go conserve. I want to be able to stick at least at neutral for a little bit longer. Chapman and Holtz just ahead. Sharp now starting to move up through the field in 16th. And we'll be able to stick at neutral for a while. Meanwhile, Surkov losing a spot to Saarinen, then getting it back, and who knows if we're going to hold that or not. Saarinen on super sauce, but probably driving them more aggressively here. Back to 12th. Just burned a bunch of fuel. Oh, look, it's race sprinklers. So everybody who was on inters is right. Now what are we going to have? Yep. That's what we're going to have. Well, that sucks. That really, really sucks. We've got to come in and switch to inters. And the only sort of saving grace here is that we have a bunch of other cars who are in the same boat. Because only the front half of the field started on inters. Ugh. Now the interesting thing about this is all the bad cars have inters, so they're going to be at a big advantage. And we're not the only ones who are coming in. Pit stop on lap 5, everybody! Isn't this exciting? Let's go neutral for now. Yeah, we're 18th and 19th out. But these cars that are going to stay out on dry tires, I mean, we're eventually going to blow by them. The question is, can we catch up to the others? Okay, yeah. So we're going to have about lap 16 to about lap 30. We've got to go ultras. Hold on. Oh, I don't have time to stop now. I would prefer to stop now with Surkov. Let's definitely stop with Sharp and go ultras. And Surkov will have to wait another lap, which is going to be a problem for him. we're going to want to go neutral here to start. Boy, on bad tires and still not going in, so they're handing us some advantages here. Question is whether they're enough. Sharp out in 19th. We've got a gap here, so let's go conserve. And Surikov with a gap as well. 15th and 18th, not exactly award-winning, but we will be moving up. So we're up to 8th and 9th at the moment. And let me just pause here, make sure I get this in. We want to pit for inters. And then ride them hard for that last little bit. And I'm very curious to see who comes in, because I think that there are going to be some cars who just try to push through on their fairly worn, faster, drier tires. Go neutral. Yep, stay neutral for this last bit. Oh yes, we're going to be tripping over each other. How great. I didn't even think about that. Sharp's going to be ticked about having to wait. 13th and 17th. Nah, you're fine. Yep, both cars fine on condition. Try to back off the tires a little bit here now. I'm really going to have to watch that close. Yep, okay, go back up. I got just a little bit of relief. Hopefully that's enough to hold off Harry. What's he doing? Yeah, he's blazing the engine, basically. He's also having to fight with Wexler. Just over 2 laps left now. Let's go conserve for a bit. And now go back up. That might have been too late. Lost the spot to Chapman. But I don't have the tires. Really well. I think I'm going to push the neutral into the red zone here. Sixth and 8th. That would leave us in a tie with Steinman. So this is sort of going to be our second race out of 3 where it's basically an even deal. Wexler pulls alongside, but Surikov holding him off. Sharp still comfortably in 8th. Can Surikov finish this? Running very low on fuel, running very low on energy, but I think enough energy to hold it. Boy, if I'd have even noticed that 2 seconds later. Ribeiro wins the race, of all people. Wexler coming hard for it. And just caught us at the wire. Oh, you jerk. Oh, photo finish between Surikov and Wexler, and we lost it. didn't have anything left though. So good for Ribeiro. Strange race. Very strange race. And above all, it feels very weird to finish 7th and 8th and not be too upset about it. Steinman gets 2 points from Holtz getting the fastest lap. That's not going to help us. Steinman's going to beat us on this race. So we lost, yeah, we're down to 46-point lead. We lost a little bit, or no, that's the driver standings. Yeah, I'm looking at driver standings. Surikov up to 3rd, distantly behind Chapman, but yeah, we did still lose a little bit. We lost a few points to Steinman, but not bad. Scuderi Rossini fell further back. And sort of tightened up in here, but we don't care about that. So we wouldn't want all the races the rest of the way to go this way. We didn't lose anything significant. We still have almost a race and a half worth of points. I can live with that. Yep, they want us to get 1st, and we came 4th. Decent driver form for Sharp, not so much for Surikov. His worst race since the first one when it comes to that. Didn't touch the chairman's happiness. We lost a bit of marketability. Overall, pretty happy. And we're about to get boosts for Sharp here on braking and adaptability. That'll be nice. We'll get a feedback one for Surikov, which I'm not going to care about. Okay. And, yeah. We only made the bonus for qualifying, though. So that hurt us financially. So overall, I think we have to call Rio our worst race of the year. But having said that, it's not too bad. It's really not too bad. We are still in a good position. With now starting to approach the halfway point of the year. So, thanks for watching, everybody. We're going to be on to Phoenix next. One of the speed tracks. Hopefully that we'll get that rear wing up and running, and possibly if we can get the reliability done, we'll get, well, we have the rear wings, but hopefully we'll get them boosted in their performance. This engine we should be able to hopefully deploy for the next race, and if we can get that done, that will really help Sharp. So, Ernie's Paradise will return soon in Arizona. See you then.